Hello, hello, hello. Are we live? Yes, I believe we are live. Hi, Big Weir here. Tell me in the chat room if we are live. You guys can hear me okay? I'm sure we can. All good. There we go. 5 by 5. I love that. Um, Excuse the dramatic title of this live chat. It is all about J.P. Morgan's derivative position going absolutely crazy, like crazy. Here's how it came about, as far as I know. Um, I got a call from Litecoin Lisa saying, "Hey, let's do an interview. I want to talk to you about derivatives and the back system." Oh, there's Lisa right there. So I said, "Yeah, yeah, cool." So I thought I'd look up some derivative stuff that I hadn't looked at in a long time, because the derivatives are mainly related to the old system. It's how they kept gold and silver in check. So I always check the derivative market to see what they were doing, see if any craziness. And yeah, it was a lot. Obviously, hundreds of billions, if not trillions and trillions of dollars. But it was pretty much in check. And so I went back and looked, and I was just shocked, absolutely shocked at what happened the first quarter of this year. Now, the derivative reporting that has to be done by the banks and derivative holders is calculated by the OCC, the Office of Comptroller of Currencies. They put out a quarterly report. They're usually about 6 months lagging. So I have the report for dated March 31st, 2019. And I looked at the numbers and I was just so shocked at what I saw. I had to go back to 2018 to make sure that this is true. JP Morgan, this is their report right here. It's very small writing. JP Morgan now has a total derivative book $59 trillion. $59 trillion, making them the number one. $59 trillion. And I was like, what? This must be a mistake. So I went back to the end of last year, December 31st, 2018. It was at 48 trillion, which is still a monster number. But $11 trillion was added to the JP Morgan derivative book in the first quarter of this year. 11 trillion with a T. Let's put this into perspective. Total JP Morgan assets, 2.2 trillion. Basically, they got 30 times as many derivative contracts as they have total assets in their whole company. That is absolutely insane. You think we're out of the derivative problem? Not even close. And just to prove it, they also have a chart when they talk about how much, mainly silver, they call it other precious metals. They put gold into foreign exchange for some reason. Don't ask me. Ben Bernanke said gold was not money, but so this is mainly silver, little platinum and palladium. They're looking at 39, almost $40 billion in total. This is for the banksters in derivatives in basically just silver. It is insane. You want to see how crazy it is? This is a graph from 2001 to 2019 as far as silver derivatives. Look at that. Look at that mother of spikes. Look at it go. There is no stopping market manipulation. No stopping it. It is flat out going 100%, 100 miles an hour down the freeway, and there's brick walls. It is running right smack into a brick wall, and you're going to see this chart disappear. Trillions of dollars. And those of you who thought, oh, we took care of that derivative problem in 2008, here is the chart going from 2001 to today. It slowed down a little, but it is not taken care of. Not at all. As a matter of fact, it keeps going up except for one category. Guess what category? Credit default swaps. Now, this is just the banks, the U.S. banks. That's all this is. This isn't counting Deutsche Bank and all the other banks. It is insane, out of control. It is not going to end pretty. Check out this chart. This is when we were supposed to, this is derivative contracts by product, futures, options, swaps, and credit derivatives. The very bottom one, the yellow, is credit derivatives. Look at that. But look what's happening right here. All of a sudden, they were supposed to pare down their derivative book. All of a sudden, boop. And remember, this is just first quarter. I'll bet you it's up at the highest it's ever been now. I feel like, what's her name? Lynette Zhang. Anyway, what do we got here? Derivative contracts by type again. Interest rates, foreign exchange, equities, commodities, and credit derivatives. Commodities is tiny. Guess what that blue one is? Interest rate swaps. Interest rate swaps are the biggest by far. Why do you think Deutsche Bank came out, the CEO Sewing came out and said, hey, we got a real problem with negative interest rates here in Europe. You know what the problem is? He bet the wrong way with his interest rate swaps. It is out of control, insane. But one category right here has gone down to, it went from 16 trillion to like 4 trillion. That's credit default swaps. That was Blythe Masters' baby when it crashed in and this chart only goes 2010. They don't even want to show you what was going on in 2008. Insane, insane, insane. All right, I got one more. Quarterly trading revenue. So with all those trillions, is anybody making money? Take a look. Look at that little last one right here. Boom. They're making some money. You know how you make money in derivatives? You write the contracts, you get paid up front, and you pray you never have to pay it out. So that's their upfront money right there. It is out of control. $11 trillion added to just JP Morgan. Oh, I threw away all the... Hang on a second. All right. And it's not just JP Morgan. Taking a look at this, the number 2 U.S. bank derivative holder, guess, Citibank, of course. They're at 51 trillion. Goldman Sachs, 47 trillion. You know what it tells me when we see huge spikes in derivatives? Massive market manipulation. Because that's what they use to manipulate the markets. Massive market manipulation. Now, in the next few days or weeks, we're going to have the new report, which is the second quarter of 2019. If it's higher than this, my God. My God. Now, this report came out, last year the report came out on September 10th. I don't know. I'm thinking this year it's probably come out on Friday. Or Friday of next week, because sometimes they skip a week. But it is in September when they release. And remember, it's for the quarter before, so it'll end June 30th. So, number 3, guess. Goldman Sachs. With 47 trillion. Citibank's 51, Goldman Sachs 47. And then it's a big jump down to Wells Fargo at 20. And then HSBC at 11. So basically, the top 5 are like 90% of all derivatives. That's what they call market rigging via banksters. What's going to happen? I don't know. The derivative bubble was set up to destroy the system. You want to know how to destroy the system? Set up the derivative bubble. Let the bankers run wild with it. Let them brew it up until you're basically giving them rope to hang themselves. And that's exactly what they've been doing. So, Let's talk questions. Put your questions in the chat. This was just going to be a Q&A, and then I found this derivative stuff. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me see if I get chat going. There we go. Somebody had asked me about the grand solar minimum that we are coming into, which is like the mini ice age is coming. Yeah, it's in Cliff's data that we have a mini ice age. I don't know. What Cliff says is there's different. It's like sporadic. It's like you don't know where it's going to hit, but in his data it was definitely North America, kind of upper northeast. We'll see a mini ice age. So New York, Boston area, I guess. Don't quote me on that. It's in his data and his reports. You can have to get his reports. But yeah, the scientists are pretty much in agreement. The real scientists, that we are entering the grand solar minimum. Could last for decades. I don't know. So I don't know. Be mobile with your cryptos. That's the only problem with silver, is not that mobile. That's the only problem I have. It holds the safes down real well, though. But definitely have enough cryptos so that you can go mobile in case the world falls apart. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Thank you, Sled Harness, for that super chat. I can't. These things fly by so fast. Did J.P. Morgan take on some of Deutsche Bank's derivatives? I don't know. Deutsche Bank still has in the 40s. Last I checked. I don't think so, because they want Deutsche Bank to keep those derivatives. I think Deutsche Bank, the profit out of Deutsche Bank could be the losses. I mean, the profit out of J.P. Morgan could be the losses from Deutsche Bank on the interest rate derivatives. Because Christian Soing, the CEO of Deutsche Bank, was literally crying last week in a news conference saying, we have to change this negative interest rates. It's destroying the bank. Well, only banks who deal in massive amounts of interest rate derivatives. So yeah, Christian Soing is in deep trouble. That could be what's going on. Yes, everybody wants to crash the system, the good guys and the bad guys. There's no doubt about it in my hand. What day? I don't know. It could be behind the scenes on Wednesday, September 11th. Anything could happen. Remember, Benghazi happened on September 11th. The electronic run on the bank in 2008 happened on September 11th. Ruta wrote in the sand 11 plus 9, or 9/11. But that already happened. That was in 2007, so I don't think that Ruta was thinking 2019. But you never know. And I was talking to Lisa, and it's like, we probably wouldn't see it anyway if something did happen behind the scenes. Just like in 2008, we didn't know it happened until the next week when we were told by Representative Ken Jaworski. But in reality, we would never have known had he not said anything. Yeah, we had banks crash and then the whole debacle, and then we had to bail them out. Is anybody going to vote for bailout of the banks? I don't see it happening. All right, Bix, let's chip in and buy the piss out of J.P. Morgan put options. Play their game, really? You're going to really get in the derivative market to try to beat up J.P. Morgan? Good luck with that. That's funny. Yeah, don't forget, J.P. Morgan has somewhere between 800 and 1,000, or 800 million and a billion ounces of physical silver. So if they get rid of their silver position, or if they have a neutral position, they're going to make $1 per ounce. They'll make $1 billion for every ounce that silver goes up. That would destroy your put position on J.P. Morgan. Say silver does what Cliff I does, $600 an ounce. That would be about close to $600 billion that J.P. Morgan would make on that just by holding silver. You really going to short them? I don't know. The Phoenix in the hat. This is from the Litecoin Summit last year. I'm looking forward to it. I hope they have new swag at the Litecoin Summit this year. But this is a really cool hat. It's the Phoenix rising out of the ashes, and check out what's in his mouth. A Litecoin. Absolutely. Don't tell me there's not big plans for Litecoin out there. All right. Hello, Bix. Could you disclose your sponsors? Do you get contributions from the Litecoin Foundation, Theta, or Veritasium? Oh, my big secret is being revealed. No, I haven't taken anything from Veritasium, Theta, or Litecoin Foundation. I make money on advertisements. I don't do personal advertising, whatever YouTube throws up there. I make money on Patreon and the private road at Road to Ruta. I make money. Miles Franklin gives me a commission if someone buys up through them for silver and gold. And then Will Lair, perpetual assets. Um, that's about it. No cryptos are paying me for anything. And I hear, unfortunately, in the chat rooms, there's people out there talking shit about me and my business model. And some of them are crypto influencers. And I'm like, that's just bad form. Come on, guys. Let's work together here. I don't mind you taking the other opinion when I spout out my opinion, but really you're gonna go around and troll me in the chat rooms, knowing I don't go to chat rooms. That's bad news. If anybody sees that going on, let me know, and let me know who the influencer is who's doing it. Thank you, guys. Yeah, there's a lot of haters out there. Well, there's especially on the Veritasium chat room. Ever since, I didn't write that petition. I think it's a great petition. I think it was a great idea, and Jeremy, the guy who wrote it, I did offer one suggestion that he open it up to everybody by saying, we the holders of Veritasium, or the users of Veritasium, and the future users of Veritasium. That's all I added to that, and then I talked about it a little bit. So greetings from Venezuela, dude. Hang in there, bud. Talked a little about Venezuela today. It's not just socialism that is destroying Venezuela. It is the U.S. government is destroying the currency as well. It's real easy with a click of a mouse. So it's not just socialism, although socialism is horrific. And it has been proven time and time again that you lose if you turn towards socialism. Every single country in the history of countries has lost big time when they did that. And Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren are psychotic. Yes, sending lots of love to Venezuela. Venezuela. I've never been there. I would love to go after all this bullshit is over. But we'll see. All right, let's see. Throw out your questions. All right, let me see what we got. If Bitcoin eventually does go to $1 million, would Litecoin really get to 10,000-ish? No, it'll get to 250,000-ish at Bitcoin at $1 million, 4-to-1 ratio. Yes, I think it'll go better than 4-to-1, but it was created at 4-to-1, 84 million, it's 4 times as fast, all that. But Litecoin is better than Bitcoin. It's more useful for humanity when that use case comes out. What is the use case? A means of exchange. That is what Litecoin was built for, a means of exchange when the banks go down. That is not what Bitcoin core developers are shooting for. They want to lock up Bitcoin. So yes, I think 4-to-1, it would be an appropriate ratio. And if Bitcoin is at $1 million, Litecoin's at $250,000 per coin. That makes sense, I hope. And you can't look, see, everybody frames where the coins are versus where they're going. You got to remember, we're in a rigged market. Every market out there is rigged right now. Computers and derivatives. All the crypto exchanges exchange derivatives of cryptos. They're not exchanging the real thing. The decentralized, the DEXs, the decentralized exchanges, pretty much trade the real thing, but you go over there and you look at the volumes are like zero. That's a real exchange. The rest is just derivatives. So all the prices are artificial. If you're worried about price, I would say sell all your cryptos and go away, because you're not going to be happy. When the exchanges shut down, what's the price of Litecoin? What's the price of Bitcoin? If the banks crash, you don't even know. You care about what you have in your wallet, in your own possession, how many Bitcoin you have, how many Litecoin. You don't care about the price, especially if we have some derivative chaos. It looks like JP Morgan's loading up on them right now. All right. Wow, looks like we have some Cliff haters in the room. Oh, dude, don't be a Cliff hater in my chat room. That's how you get deleted really, really fast. Cliff is awesome. I'll take anybody down who says Cliff is not awesome. I love the people who I don't love the people. I think they're so ridiculous that blame Cliff for the price of cryptos going down. Cliff is probably if there's one person who's, yeah, I would say him and Roger are the most responsible for them getting the most people in cryptocurrencies. So take that. Cliff is awesome. Absolutely. Everybody's like, who is the Cliff hater? Let me find him. Let me get him. Yeah, you moderators, you have full permission to delete any Cliff haters on this board. Absolutely. And do it fast too, because I don't like Cliff haters. Look at all the love coming out for Uncle Cliff now. I'm looking down at my iPad because on this setup I can't see the questions. All right, throw out more questions related to anything. I do have an interview with Litecoin Lisa that will be posted soon, Lisa, on her channel. So go check that out. We have a good discussion about backed and derivatives, and we get into a lot of stuff. It was always fun to talk to Lisa. So go check that out and like and subscribe to her channel. Really, she needs. I can't believe she's not monetized yet, because you need a certain amount of subscribers and a certain amount of hours of views. Go over there, sit there. Just leave your computer running if you have to. She needs more hours, so go help out, Litecoin Lisa. Sled Harness, thank you for the super chat. When should I shift my BTC to LTC? I'd like to hold one BTC and the rest in LTC, if you have a rest. I'd start with LTC. Store Bitcoin as a store of value, yeah, it's fine. Litecoin as a means of exchange, you're gonna need Litecoin. You're not caring about price. You're gonna need it in the future. So I would have started with Litecoin. So I hope that helps you out. If you're a trader, trading back and forth, trying to say, okay, when's the altcoins going to run and things like that, good luck to you. I mean, I think that's great that you got the stomach to stay up all night worrying about whether Bitcoin goes higher than Litecoin faster and all that. Knowing it's rigged, you're probably not going to guess properly. So I don't know. I can't. The trading mentality to me, I just sit there and I remember I shorted a mining stock once when I was trying to play the game. I knew the bad guys were going to rig the price down. I lasted like 3 hours before I almost had a heart attack. I said, I can't. This is not for me, this whole trading thing. So I'm a hodler. I believe in the future of cryptocurrencies. I think we're going to be using all the good ones. The bad ones will go away. They never really go away, though. They're there. It's just nobody likes them. Nobody uses them because they had no use case or there was issues. Those that survived the ICO crash down and those that survived the SEC insane attempts to destroy the cryptocurrency markets will do very well, just like the dot-com days. So yeah, pick the winners. Pick the winners. Who are the winners? You figure it out. There's so much information out there about all these. It wasn't like this always. There used to be hardly any information about the cryptos. Then the white paper, right? I don't remember who had the first white paper, but everybody was like, okay, we're going to do a white paper. What is that? It's a piece of paper. It tells you what they're trying to do. And then everybody was copying everybody else's. Let's see, we had a silver question. Hi, Bix. I heard someone say that once silver goes above $50 an ounce, it will then be profitable to mine silver from the ocean floor, recycle scrap, and also filter it out of the seawater. What do you think? Potentially, but at the same time, how long would it take to set something like that up? And $50 silver would destroy the shorts on the COMEX. Poof, the COMEX would close doors. So the follow-on ramifications of $50 silver are some serious players in silver going belly up, like Deutsche Bank, HSBC. JP Morgan probably not, because they got all that physical. But most of the guys, they just play in the paper realms. $50 silver would destroy them. Hundreds of billions of dollars lost. Yeah! Do it, $50 silver. And then who knows what the price will be. Hope that helped. Mr. Smith, thank you for the $2. I know, 3 amigos. Well, our little amigo Snippy, I don't know if he's back up again, but YouTube put him on a hiatus. He thought he might be getting back up today, I think. Because first he said December, but I haven't heard. Does anybody know if Snippy's up and running again on YouTube? But yeah, I know we're long overdue for Three Amigos. There's just been so much going on with all of our lives, and if you're on Cliff's Twitter, you know his fight with the blue chicken cult has been heating up, and lawsuits are flying around and all that. So I think Cliff's a little busy right now, beating up blue chickens. We'll see though. Yes, I of course I'm always up for it. If Cliff says jump, I say how high. As far as interviewing and things like that. We were working on a special project outside of cryptos. We still are. It's just timing, and you guys will know about it when it all happens. It's pretty cool. Bitcoin Ben need to live stream with Snippy. Yeah, that would be fun. I don't know what Snippy's up to. Once he got off the Polly P, the man, Colonel Swan Jr. Thank you. Would you please explain stock to flow ratio in simple terms and how it relates to Bitcoin? I cannot. Stock to flow ratio. I can explain how the stock market is rigged via computers and derivatives and failure to delivers. Stock exchange is no different than the commodity markets in that they don't have the shares they say they do. The DTCC is a fraud 100%. There was a Dole pineapple, the Dole case. I think it was Dole. Was it Dole? No, Heinz. Somebody was getting bought out, and all of a sudden, everybody's cashing in their chips, and there's massively more shares than was in the total float of the company, and nobody could explain how or why. So the judge said, "You guys figure it out. This is a complete fraud." And over 300 million shares every single day are failure to delivers. So it's a complete fraud, the whole share thing. And it's derivatives. Polly P, live happy hour on a monthly basis, maybe? Crypto Warriors. So Polly P, the truck driving stud that he is, he made a Crypto Warrior shirt. I think he's looking to, I hope he's looking to sell it. The people who got it at the Bitcoin Ben meetup are like, this is cool. And he loves the Crypto Warrior song. So yeah, Polly P, let us know when you're going viral on Amazon with your Crypto Warrior shirt. It's a really cool shirt. Live happy hour was such a blast. I didn't know it would work at all because of the sound issues and all that, and I jerry rigged it. So if you haven't watched it yet, check out the live happy hour that we did Friday, and we had requests flying. We were singing dirty songs, singing Litecoin is the right coin. It was really fun, and DJ Amy Mix-a-Lot was back there. It was really cool. I had a blast. So yes, absolutely, Polly P. I will be doing that and a lot more. All right. Okay. Hey Bix, what do you and Cliff think about Veritasium? Should I keep it or dump it? I am keeping mine. This is not investment advice. The SEC is going after them. Veritasium, if you're looking at a use case for a cryptocurrency, it doesn't have a use case right now. When the COMEX shuts down, when the New York Stock Exchange shuts down, it will have the largest use case out of any cryptos, even probably bigger than Litecoin. Because if we want to have exchanges in the future, they got to be honest and truthful, and that's what Veritasium was built to do. So if we have a crash in BACT and the COMEX and the LBMA and the banking crash, I think Cliff's data will come true, and the government will go to Veritasium and say, you got to show us the way forward because these criminal exchanges are no longer around. If that happens, that's the only way I think that Veritasium can go on par with Bitcoin as far as price. That was in Cliff's data, and as crazy as it sounds, if we do have a crash and the exchanges go down, and the government goes to Reggie, yeah, you can see how it can happen. It's crazy, huh? But yeah, reading through both the initial court filing by the SEC and then the response by Reggie, you can see that Veritasium knows what the hell they're doing, and the SEC has no idea of what they're doing. So, yes, I am not selling any I did buy some more. If it goes down again, I will buy some more. Actually, I swapped some Litecoin for Veritasium. That's how much I believe in it. So we'll find out. It's a long shot. It's either going to go to zero or you're going to be the richest guy on your block. Best of luck to all of us, right? All right. Free Snippy. Hashtag free snip. I love that. We were doing that during the happy hour. Litecoin, what are your thoughts on altcoins rallying? Well, the good ones, yes, they're still massively undervalued. The altcoin buzz and excitement and why they went up so high in 2017 had a lot to do with newly rich people from their purchases of Ethereum and Bitcoin, all that was going up, selling their Bitcoin, Ethereum for any Litecoin they get their hands on. Price was irrelevant. It was a panic to get in, so that's why you had those huge prices. I don't see that kind of thing happening, but I do see everything kind of moving up at the same times. But the really good ones that ended up doing what they said they were going to do when they ICO'd, those should do extremely well, even better than the altcoins that all the altcoins were going crazy last time. This time it'll be focused on the good Litecoins that serve a purpose. And I believe they will really start flying even higher than 2017. It's my take, because there's going to be a lot more money in the game by then. There already is a lot more money than in 2017, but 2017 was mostly that recycled money from the newly rich crypto people. So when the real money comes in, the old money, we'll see what happens, right? All right. Oh, somebody said they followed Litecoin Lisa today. Go to Litecoin Lisa's YouTube channel, subscribe, like, and spend some hours listening, because she's got to get her hours up to make a buck. Yeah. Thanks. Sounds valid. Pretty much in agreement with that. I can't read all the chats, so I don't know if I don't know if people are responding to me or other people in the chat room. All right. Aaron Villette, the problem with believing in a project that is responsible, fair, just, and benefits all is the elite will not allow it. Morality and rule of law need to be returned, or we will continue our struggle. Absolutely, and the best way to get there is to fight it, to jump up and down, scream, go sign the Veritasium petition. If anybody has it, put it in the chat. Put a link in the chat, or you can go to my YouTube discussion about it a couple of days ago, and I think it was going on near 1,000 people who either own Veritasium, use Veritasium, or will own Veritasium have signed it and commented. Read the comments; they're all anti-SEC. The SEC is supposed to hear, supposedly to protect the investor, right? It is clear to everybody that is not what they are doing. And the more vocal we are about that, I think the better off we'll be. How's that? From Jamie Haas, everyone is anticipating Bitcoin's price to go up after the backed. It's supposed to be backed. Exchange comes out on the 23rd. Do you think Litecoin will follow, or do you think it'll stay around the same? Well, it's a strange thing. Backed is a derivative exchange, much like the comics, much like SLV or GLD. If you look at when GLD, an ETF for gold, was announced, everybody thought, "Oh, gold's going to go crazy," and what it turned into? A tool to manipulate the price. So yes, Bitcoin is going up, but it won't go up because of backed. If anything, it'll go up in spite of backed trying to hold it back. That's my position on backed. And if you would like to know more about my position on backed, go to Litecoin Lisa's channel, because we just finished recording a good half an hour on that. Check it out. Nicky Nick, thank you for the super chat. Go Ken. Yeah, I own some Ken token. Here's the funny thing about the difference between the Veritasium situation with the SEC and Ken. Now, Ken basically said, "Screw you, SEC. You don't know what you're talking about." They were right, but they said, "We're going to fight you." Reggie was working with the SEC and FINRA for 2 years, and little did he know that they were going in on his deals and sabotaging him along the way. So Ken, you're right. You should never work with the SEC. They're going to sabotage your token, and now you're going to have to fight them in court. But if you work hard, you got good lawyers, you're probably going to win because these SEC lawyers are bad news. And try to find the dirt on them because there's a lot. Is Amy DJ Mixer going to be available? Is she not in the chat room? Amy! Oh, there she is. Amy Mix-a-Lot is in the chat room now. Oh my God. It was so fun last Friday, the concert. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I heard a lot of good comments. And I love the cool people in chat rooms. I don't dislike chat rooms. I just take a lot of grief from trolls, unfortunately. But yeah, I love chat rooms, especially when they're happy chat rooms. All right, questions. Quantum cryptos. Listen to Cliff High's, when I interviewed Cliff High up in Washington, he talked about quantum computing and what they are, and he's done a couple interviews on what a quantum computer is. I would suggest everybody watch those interviews, what quantum computing can do and what they can't do, at least yet, and probably not for a long time. Because everybody, that's the scary buzzword. Quantum computers can hack the Bitcoin SHA-256. Not that we know of yet. And then if it does happen, the smart people in crypto will just invent a new way around it. I mean, cryptos it's anti-fragile. It breaks, we fix it, and we move on, and it's stronger than it ever was before. Yes, there will be a fix to any kind of quantum attack. And it's like the AI people. Oh, AI, artificial intelligence is going to come and take over the world like Terminator. It's bullshit. The universe doesn't smile on that kind of behavior. Why would we even be here? We use AI every day. This is AI. I'm talking to you on AI, artificial intelligence. And AI will absolutely help and benefit mankind. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect. And I'm not gonna say, nothing bad is gonna come of it. But I have faith in human beings being able to confront any problem and find solutions. And that's so much what the crypto space is all about. Overcoming the problems, finding solutions, moving forward stronger than ever before. And I think the same thing will be done with AI, quantum computing, you name it. You could throw anything at a human being and they're gonna figure a way around it, through it, or over it. That's the ever lurching forward of humanity, in my opinion. In my humble opinion. I started to sound like Cliff High there. Are you thinking something might occur on 9/11/19? Yes, I am, but it might not be seen. Just like in 2008, something gigantic occurred behind the scenes. $550 billion was pulled out of the money market funds, but nobody knew about it. So, yes, here's how I like to describe it. And I have a full video on this if you guys are interested. I have posted 2 of them. I'm still on the timelines. I think out of all the days between now and the next 6 months, I do believe we will have economic chaos over the next 6 months. Out of all the days that it would probably start, I would say any day within that time frame, there's a 1% chance of it starting. But on September 11th, 2019, I would say there's a 3% chance. It's more likely to start on that day than any other day. But we might not even know it. And it might not be known for a couple weeks because that's what happened in 2008. But who knows? Maybe they'll set off some bomb somewhere on September 11th. Don't forget, Benghazi happened on September 11th as well. And that was a big deal. So, yes, I think something around that time, but it could happen tomorrow. And it could happen in a few weeks and months. I do think we're going to have a big shakeup before the end of the year, though. Definitely. Guitar coin, that would be cool. Is there a guitar coin out there? I don't know what the use case was. I'm so into use case now. Yeah, we've been through the crazy pets.com coin. It's all about use case. And use case might not be as obvious as it should be right now because the world is changing. With Litecoin, yeah, Litecoin has a huge use case if the banks go down, doesn't it? Litecoin is a means of, it's the right coin as a means of exchange. So, Bix, how many shovels do you have? Seriously. Am I shoveling shit? Is that what you're saying? I don't know what that question's all about, but hey, stay on high ground. Okay. Any thoughts on Divi? I did talk a bit about Divi with Lisa. I like the project. I don't like the coin. It's a proof of stake coin. It has a huge hyperinflation type of component, and obviously all the early adopters are going to have all the coin. I think there's over 1 billion coins out there right now. Who owns them? I don't like that about Divi. I don't like the coin, but everything else I like a lot. The mass adoption ideas and all that stuff. So I'll probably utilize their wallet if I can use it like Litecoin on it or something like that. I'm just not a fan of coins that don't have a fixed scarcity. I'm all about scarcity. I'm from the gold and silver world. I look at money as it has to be scarce, and proof of stake doesn't have the scarcity. So it's unique. The Divi coin is kind of positioning itself to be a cryptocurrency, and I don't know of any other. I might be wrong on this. Any other cryptocurrency specifically that is proof of stake, because there's a lot of there's a lot of things. If you're going to be a cryptocurrency, you need a lot of things to go right, and you have to do it perfectly. Just look at how Charlie Lee started Litecoin. He was like so adamant that everybody would, even himself, didn't mine any coins for himself. Everybody would start at the same time and all this stuff. So yeah, but I don't know that much about Divi other than what Ben was talking about. I did look over their website. I did find the hyperinflation. I wouldn't say hyper. The inflation factor, which is prevalent in all proof of stake, because that's how they pay their nodes. So yeah, but as a cryptocurrency, you don't want a cryptocurrency that is not defined scarcity, defined as in limited. Like Bitcoin has 21 million, Litecoin has 84 million coins. Those are the kind of cryptocurrencies that should work. Bitcoin Cash as well. So that's my take. But I do plan on using the wallet. It sounds cool. Yeah. Let's see. I saw a question about silver. Things are flying by. Went to from Ron. Went to my silver man to buy some more, and he would not take cash like he usually told he would. Only take cashier's check. Any reason why? I don't know. I don't know any. He might have gotten in trouble with his IRS and his bank, but I don't know any precious metal dealer who has a shop that isn't taking cash. That's how they live. So I don't know what's going on with that. It sounds like a personal issue with your coin dealer that maybe he was busted skirting the rules. I'm not sure. Salt, I'm sorry to say, is down. Absolutely, salt is down. Yeah, it's been a tough ride for salt, but they did what they said they were going to do. That's the amazing thing. There was a lot of FUD, but they did what they said they were going to do. And they are up giving salt loans. You can get a salt loan. Obviously, the big crash down in price affected the people utilizing salt, who probably got liquidated. But when you think about it, they took out a salt loan. They get liquidated when it goes below a certain threshold, but they got the cash. They got all the cash up top. So and then all the cryptos kept going down. Will salt move up in the future? I hope so. I like the people there. I think there's big money helping and hurting it at the same time. It was such a revolutionary idea, but they're competing against the banks. So if the banks go down, who knows? But yeah, I'm hanging on to my salt. All right, Vix, where did you go to pan for gold? Amador County. It was up in Jamestown, just outside of Jamestown. It wasn't panning. We got gold. What are they called? Metal detectors. It was really fun. We had a blast, and we found a lot of stuff, like old mining stuff, metal mining stuff in the ground, but we didn't find any gold. Had a blast. It was really cool. It was fun. Gold and silver could go as high as 1-to-1 depending on what really already mined and what technology moving forward needed for silver abundance. Yeah, I agree with that. I think, well, remember, when you talk price, talking about 1-to-1 gold to silver ratio, where is it going to be valued there on what exchange? Like, COMEX won't allow it to happen. And if it ever did happen, all those banks would be gone. And there's so many more follow-on things. Silver is the bank destroyer, and if the banks are destroyed, you have no more COMEX. You wouldn't know what the price of silver was, truthfully. And I think we are headed there soon enough. Salt is a scam. No, salt's not a scam. I know some of the people there, and it is. No, it's not a scam. Why would you say it's a scam? They got I think 100 employees working there. I don't know. It's collateralizing your crypto just like collateralizing your auto title for a loan. Yeah, but other people were thinking in a bull market, you don't have to sell your cryptos to buy, to pay your rent. You can get a crypto loan out. If you think the price is going to go higher, you can pay off that loan, and all of a sudden you didn't. Not only did you pay your rent, but you didn't have to sell your crypto. And the reverse in the other direction. So if the cryptos are crashing, yes, you'll lose it. But you get your cash from your loan. So it's not a scam. In my opinion. You might not like what they do or like the product, but I don't think it's a scam. Do I mine Bitcoin? No. The only thing I mine, I'm looking over at my little mining thing, is Theta Fuel on the Guardian node. Because it was really easy. And I like the Theta project. I think that's going to be a big one in the future. And so, yeah, I had an old computer sitting over there. I'm like, I can mine Theta Fuel. I have no idea if I'm covering the cost of electricity, but it's kind of fun. and Michelle White-Dove, who's literally, she's probably the best psychic in America, in the world right now. She was all Theta's going to $1,000, and I didn't think so at first, and then the more I read about that project and how Samsung's getting involved with them, I'm like, wow. Samsung has been looking for a blockchain, and they've said it quite a few times. They don't want to run their own blockchain for various reasons. I think that's a good idea, but they're looking for a sound blockchain to use and integrate into their many businesses, and they are one of the biggest investors in Theta. So keep an eye out for that. And if that happens, boom. Booyah. All right. Yes. Michelle said multiple thousands. And it's trading right now. I don't even know what it's trading for right now. Anybody know what Theta tokens are trading for right now? I think it's like $11 or 11 cents. It goes from 11. There's some cryptos out there that will be absolutely. I mean, they're long shots, obviously. Like Veritasium winning against the SEC and going global is a huge long shot. Theta going from 11 cents to $1,000 is a long shot. There are long shots out there, but when those long shots hit, it's like going to the horse races and betting the 1,000-to-1 horse to win, and then the 1,000-to-1 wins, and you're like, woo! So yeah. Clint Westwood in the house. What's up, buddy? 11 or 12 cents. Cool. Everybody should subscribe to Clint's YouTube channel. If you like Litecoin, you love Clint. Crypto Nana in the house. Crypto Nana wants the crash to come. And I'm like, no. I don't want the crash to come. Nobody should want the crash to come, but it's something we have to go through. So, yeah, it's going to be just crazy and brutal, and crazy ideas will be thrown out. Martial law, most likely. It's not going to be easy. But What about Yamashita's gold? Yamashita's gold was never lost. It was actually found. Yamashita's gold is a certain amount of. Ooh, Brother David, thank you. I'll get to that in a second. Yamashita's gold was in the Philippines. They hit all this gold in certain spots, and it was about 300,000 tons, which is, back then there was, I don't know how many ounces of 300,000, 300,000 tons. How many tons there were in the world, but right now, Jeffrey Christian will tell you there's 200,000 tons of gold that's ever been mined. So this was a big deal, and MacArthur was involved, and a lot of the secret programs within the U.S. came through Yamashita's gold. I think they got most of it. Probably not all of it, but they got most of it. Okay, I got a super chat from Brother David. McKenna's gold, old allegory, nonsense denouncement. I don't know what you mean by nonsense denouncement. Do you care to clarify? So McKenna's Gold was a movie with Gregory Peck. I think it was in the 60s. Really good movie, but they talk about a lot of things I talk about on the Road to Ruta as far as the gold within the Grand Canyon. Yes, absolutely. I've been there. I've seen where they started the mining. I've seen where they shut it down. I've got all the fake plane crash over the spots so they can airlift a lot of that gold out of there. It is huge. It is. Bitcoin Ben's going live after me. Awesome. Love that boy. I love him. So yeah, if you aren't familiar with my work on the Grand Canyon, tons. Ending. Sorry, academic habits. Okay. Ending. Brother David, what are you asking? I think it's all good. I don't know. The problem is I got thousands of little things I'm scrolling through. Anyway, check out my work on the Grand Canyon gold. It's got to do with gold in general. They've been hiding so much gold. Chocolate Mountain in the U.S., a military base that they drilled, they directionally drilled into it and said, "Oh my God, there's so much gold here." All these senators fly out. Dianne Feinstein locks it up in a desert wildlife preserve. So much of that has gone on over the past years. It's crazy, and that's where I want to go next. Like the Grand Canyon gold from another big find. It was made around the turn of the century. Lost Roads gold find in northeastern Utah. Yes, there are so many, and oil finds too. What happened was, in about the early 1900s, the U.S. decided to stop using, about the time they created the Federal Reserve System, stop using our own natural resources, use everybody else's first. They found a massive amount of oil up at Gull Island. Listen to Lindsey Williams, and that's absolutely true. And they are moving the largest offshore platform in the world up to Gull Island right now. So yeah, there's massive amounts of gold up there, massive amounts of copper, aluminum, silver even. Not as much silver because they had to shut down the Y12 facility. So it's just another reason that silver should massively outperform gold, in my opinion. If you have any gold, oh my God, go turn it in. You're going to get, what was it? It was 80 ounces of gold for every one, or 80 ounces of silver for every 1 ounce of gold. The only problem with silver, there's only one problem. It's too heavy to carry around. That's the only problem. But people will be screaming for silver very soon. And you need it in everything from flat screen TVs to solar panels to the new technologies that are coming. So, all right. I only wanted to go an hour, and we're getting to the end of that. I want to thank everybody for listening to my rant on JP Morgan's derivatives. If you haven't heard it yet, scroll back to the beginning of this. They have increased their derivative book in the first quarter of this year by $11 trillion with the T. In what sane world would the Federal Reserve, the regulator of JP Morgan, allow that to happen unless it's massive manipulation somewhere or another? And I think it might have to do with Deutsche Bank. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for listening. BixWeir, roadtoruta.com. Give me a like and a subscribe and a thumbs up. And let's be safe out there. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning. Now, tune in to Bitcoin Ben Live. Talk to you guys later.